Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator, hello. Everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. So, guys, what's up, huh? Wow. So, welcome, huh? So, some of you guys are new. Oh my God, guys, can you believe the amount of questions? So, yesterday, that I didn't have a chance to do the live stream, but it's okay because a lot of things, it was really, today was really going to be the day of action. Okay, a lot of events. So we already have a lot of informations. Oh yeah. So did you? Oh my God. So between the time I posted, I added six. Was that five more elements, five more things since I first posted. Okay. So oh my God. Okay. So let me just make sure I'm comfortable here. Okay. Here. Yeah. Okay. One sec. I'll put my. Oh. Okay. Stabilize. Stabilize. Okay. So okay. Sorry. A little bit. Because I'm kind of like squished in the little phone booth. So, so here are guys. Okay, so here we're perfect. Okay, okay. So just okay. So guys, so many questions. I'm so sorry for attorney bar. Sorry for him. Oh no. Oh, you see, he was held in contempt. I'm so sorry for him. So sorry for him. So anyway, so guys, yeah. So anyway, so this is it. You know, guys, so you guys mentioned, somebody mentioned the costumes. You know, I'm not working from home, so it's harder to bring costumes unless it's planned, you know, but I would not necessarily, you know. I was thinking, I was like, I need a toad costume for Bar. I need it for Rayom. And he wears those very distinctive glasses, so it's a good thing. But anyway, guys, so you know, I feel like I have to get started because there's so many questions. Okay, so let me get started. And even though I was like, okay, so guys, I have a quick question. The first question listed is the question about the article in the New York Times about Trump's finances. I don't even know if I should start with that, but maybe I should, just for consistency, right? What do you think? I think because the article is a big deal, okay? So I don't know if I should, or just go to because I'm gonna go to the contempt right after. So anyway, let me just start with that. Um, let's see here. Okay. All right. So okay, so let me go start. As for protection, beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I project a beautiful circle of light. I step to it, and I step to it. I'm protected. I feel totally connected to the universal energy. I ask for protection for myself and everyone in the group, and everyone who will watch the video. And I'd like to ask for information only from the highest sources, that it creates the good and only the good. Okay. Okay, so first question is about this article that came out yesterday, okay? Um, so the article discussed 10 years. They pieced together what essentially comes down to Trump's basically he didn't see the actual tax returns, that's what I said, but they put together all this information and connected. Like did a great job. But anyway, so what it shows is there's $1 billion of losses, okay? And this whole time, and the problem for Trump, I mean, you know what's so weird, guys, is like in New York, everybody knows that Trump is a liar. But it's so weird that they're like, oh no, but he's a billionaire, he's like whatever. But anyway, so then, oh, that's no way, no way. What? No, no. Guys, sorry, the computer ends up sliding. One second. So awkward. I like to be loose because then I can be like more free. Okay, a little more. Right. So now here. Okay. So anyway, so as I was saying, so it's like the article describes that he's like a super million. That I'm sorry, that he owed a bit. Not owed. He was $1 billion in the red. He lost $1 billion over the course of 10 years. Okay. So there's two things to that. First, then he today's people were saying he tweeted something about it, and someone's like, look, so you really are admitting to tax fraud, because what I really think happens is that he has two books, right? He says that he has all these losses. I think part of it, yes, these are losses, but I think he's making money somehow, but he's not reporting the money he's making. It's just so that, you know what I mean? So the question is, like, obviously, people, we knew that he's a fraud, but his whole brand is really, is about him being rich. So obviously, you guys, this is the beginning of, I've said before, the thing about him was, once the revelations about finances come out, that's when he starts to, lose it, not want to be in the public eye and stuff like that. So what, this is the thing, guys. Okay, so how does he what is going on with him? How does he feel about it? A, then B, is that, does that change anything? I mean, the Republicans, guys, I think is a lost cause, but does that change the public perception? And how does he feel about it? Because clearly, guys, he is not who he says he is. And that is the core thing about Trump. The whole thing is a lie. He's a lie. Everything is fake about him. Okay, but let's figure out. Okay, so how was it on the White House? Huh? Did they? And they said that the White House said it's false, but they didn't. Well, and the journalist, I was listening. The New York Times has this podcast. I don't always listen to it, but it was just about this issue today. So they were interviewing the journalists, and they're like, "Well, if they say we're lying, there's an easy way to prove it. Just bring up the receipts. Just show us the tax returns, so we'll find out." But of course they didn't. So anyway, so I want to know how Trump received it. What does it mean for the Trump brand? This thing also, does it, because guys, this is the thing to me, is that this is tax fraud. Okay, so, and the other thing I wanted to say about this article, that I've been seeing this in different, long time ago, and in different readings, that I saw that there's going to be a lot of changes in the tax laws, because guys, if you look at Trump, the only reason why he had, quote unquote, had all these losses is because if you have losses, you don't pay it's like, it's just the way that they can game the system, you know what I mean? And have these businesses where they know exactly how to account for it before you even have the year going, you know what I'm saying? So it's all fairly fraudulent. Okay, so I'll just get started. Okay, so what's going on with Trump in this article in the New York Times about the 80s and 90s? Trump, you say, I'm always running away. I'm always running away from the thing I'm really most ashamed of. And my dad said I'm worthless. My dad said I'm a liar. My dad said I wet my bed. You're nothing, he said. You can't amount to anything. You'll never be as good as me. I am a real businessman. What the hell are you? So, so guys, and by the way, something they mentioned in the article, the money that he made was all from his dad, right? So in the same time that he was making money, he was losing money. His dad was making money. This is what the journalist said, because the journalist that was interviewed for the podcast of the New York Times, she was saying that she actually has all these tax returns from Fred, but then it said, she said Fred always made money while he was losing money. So anyway, so Fred, I do think that Fred was also in some ways criminal, but but at least he was indeed making money. Okay, he was reporting the money, and he was, I guess, must have paid some taxes on it. Whereas Trump, I feel like, guys, there's this whole thing where he wants to project a fantasy because he feels like he doesn't know who he is, a fraud. He's ashamed. So he feels that if he has this money, he's going to, appease his dad. Oh, this is, guys, and somebody, did you see this thing on Twitter? Someone's like, oh, so his whole life before his dad passed away, his dad was his only source of money, and then after his dad passed away, then he must have gotten, um what is it called? Some oligarch, you know what I mean? Because it makes perfect sense that, like, they had, like, he never really made his own money. He acted. It's just an act. It was an act. The whole thing that he's like, I'm so rich, whatever. So so you see what I'm saying? It's sort of like, I'm sure that if you, let's say that you and I have a company, right? And if you have a company, you put all the expenses, and you, like, you can have, I mean, think about it. If you have the financing, you can have, I'm going to buy an airplane. Yeah, everything is in the books of the company, right? And you can there's ways that you can have a very expensive lifestyle if you have a company, because you can expense much more than. Isn't that unfair that like regular people? No, I think that if you had, for example, if you were a company, if you buy a car, I'm pretty sure you could expense it against whatever money you made. If you're a regular person, you bought a car, I don't think you can. Isn't that correct? I think that if I'm correct, if I remember correctly. But isn't that crazy? So anyway, so he's a fraud. Okay, so he feels that he has to have the lifestyle, quote unquote, because he feels worthless. He feels like he wants approval. Okay, so but how come? Okay, tell me about the making of the brand. What the hell happened with the Trump brand? And what is it? Because people are seem to be kind of like enamored of it. Like, oh, he's so rich. Look, he's so rich. He's so rich. Oh my God, look at that. Wow. Wow. So everything, because if you've ever met people, guys, who are like actually wealthy people, like truly wealthy, most of them, I mean, you can kind of sense they have money, but they're not overt on your face. It's not like, oh, hi, I'm walking around with gold. I'm rich. Oh, you know, it's not how it is. So anyway, so okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, so what happens? What is this deal with his brand? What happens that he likes shallow surface? Yeah, guys, I feel like the thing about him is that he's saying only feels comfortable on the outside of himself. This is why for him and people like a lot of people who are narcissistic, they have a strange obsession about their image. Not just about the way they look, but how they are perceived. So I feel like he's like, as long as he has a character to live, it's almost like life only exists on the stage for him. So he has to act out this persona, and this is why everything has to be like a cartoon. Like I've said this before about him, like he has to be like gold toilets, and like you look around, oh, this guy has a big car and he has a thing and he has a, because otherwise feels like he doesn't exist. Isn't that weird? Because it's saying it's like in some ways he feels like he's worthless because he can't really make money. He doesn't know how to really make money. So, but he knows how to act like he makes money from his perspective. And so this is it now. Okay, so what? Okay, so how does this affect himself or his persona? He doesn't like this is why, guys, I think it's so important. This is the image is so important to him because if people come out and say to him, no, you're not who you say you are, you don't have money, they stop believing him. And so, isn't, you know what I mean? It's almost like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, guys, I'm trying to think of a case, and unfortunately the only thing I can think of, like recently there was a story and it was in a lot of papers. This woman who was in New York, and she was pretending to be the daughter of some sort of German count or something, like some sort of European royalty. And she, in the end, she was just mentally, not a mental ill, but she was a Russian woman. No, not to say that she is connected to Putin or whatever. She's just Russian, and she had a look. She wasn't that pretty or anything. She just looked like she could come for money. So she exploited it, and people believed it up to a point where she started spending their money and stuff like that. So she went to prison for it. But it's kind of similar here, where he creates a persona, even though in his case it's his real name, but like it's crazy, if you think about it. Okay, so it's like, okay, so it's all fake. So he loses. Oh my God, guys, it's almost like it really is like one of those myths. He starts to lose interest in going out because he can only act like a fake person. He's saying he can only act like a fake person. He can only be like, I'm the greatest. I'm a businessman. I'm this whatever. I'm this and I'm this. Like, oh, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? My dad owns is the owner of I don't know I don't know what, you just have to, because think about it, guys. If I'm even kind of imagining how to be like this, it's sort of like, imagine if I say my dad is, I don't know, the biggest shareholder in Goldman. I don't know. Goldman Sachs is still private, I think, right? So my dad owns most of Goldman Sachs. Even though it's actually partners. So see, I start to think I can't even do it, but it's almost like my dad owns a football team. So I was in football. Like, you have to constantly be talking about it. You know what I mean? Because otherwise you would feel like you're like a normal person. But because you have to act like you're this character, you have to constantly only talk about it. So I don't know. So it's like that. It's like his home. The problem is not just that there's a fraud. The problem is that he acts as though he were someone he is not. Okay, so I'm just thinking, yeah, so this is the problem, is that he doesn't know how to not be that persona. He acted like it for so long. You know what I mean? So it's difficult for him to not be, to be like that. Okay, so it's almost as if he need, yeah. So anyway, so this is the Achilles heel for him, is that true when the truth comes out, and it's not just that he was acting, is that he really feels like he's nobody without the brand. Okay, and you know what's so sad, guys? I was trying to think of women who are like that. I was trying to think of a woman who's like Trump. But the thing about women, when women are famous, it has a lot to do with looks and being younger or being whatever. So it's hard. You always tend to. It has a lot to do with the getting the approval from others. But with Trump and a lot of men like this, it has to do with like acting a certain way, or like having the big thing, or this and all those things. Is not, it doesn't really have a lot to do with like um with the appearance. Okay, so anyway, so it's like the act is really what drives him, and this is why he's like, I'm the biggest guy, and like, and this is why, guys, when he's angry he acts more. Isn't that weird? Like, I'm the biggest guy, I'm a businessman, forget about it, this is why I'm better. And it's like, if they take that away from him, he has nothing. And this is what is so terrifying to him, is that he needs a bigger act in order to justify the thing more and more, you know? So, and Dan was talking about here about Madoff, and I remember watching recently the documentary on Madoff, relatively recently. And Madoff, towards the end, as so people started withdrawing the money, and the funds started running out, so he needed bigger and bigger and bigger, more and more money to the fund, because it was this pyramid scheme basically. So he had to sell the stuff. In a way, it's a little bit different, just because now he's selling the country. Like, in a way, it's a lot worse, right? But at least like Madoff was like finances, so there's a numerical truth to it, right? So it's like, well, I need to X more money, X amount, right? But here it's like he's just selling the country. Because can you imagine? No, I'm not kidding, guys. This is the truth. It's like he needs to have more bigger deals. They're giving some money, whatever. Think about it. So this is saying this makes him lose his vital energy. This makes him desperate, because the last thing a narcissist wants is to expose his weak point. And that is what he's afraid of. That is the biggest fear, is coming true, that he is found to be quote unquote naked in public. I think there, in his case, there's two versions of this. One is real, where there's the videos of him naked. But I think it's like the fact that the money is all fake, right? So exactly, Danny's saying he worked for a person who was military. They would never act like that, okay? So, by the way, guys, please keep in mind that I'm going to only answer the questions. If you have questions, please go to Patreon and put it on there, because I have a list to go through. There's 10 questions. So make sure you read, if you have, this is the thing, if you have questions, read the whole thing, and then if you see, I may have addressed it, okay, already. So anyway, so this is it, okay? So that's that. Now, okay, so this is the story, guys. It's really revealing the weak point that he has. I'm just looking here, and it's, so what about his quote unquote the base, or the regular people who support him? Are they starting to get this sense? They're saying you need a bit more info. It's only the beginning of the information, okay? It's gonna more and more and more is gonna come out, okay? And as it comes out, um, it's going to be obvious that he's a fake. And that's the thing, guys. Imagine, and if you've seen the documentary of Madoff, what I thought was super interesting about the documentary, because I watched it, I was kind of living through it in the during the era of the financial crisis. And then I watched it recently, okay? um when I watched it recently, it was amazing, because I I was like, these people are like, what were they thinking? Okay, I just couldn't believe that they were like, believe the guy. It seemed like they were kind of foolish, and also entitled to think, the numbers were impossible, but they wanted to believe it. it was obvious that there was something wrong. There was something too shady to, to be explained. So similarly with Trump, I mean, I think the people who believe him are kind of like, you have to be kidding me. There's so many red flags that are obvious. But he's like, no, but he's successful. He's who I wish I could have been. Okay, regular guy. He just happens to be, a good businessman. Uh, okay. So now let's move on. Okay, so this is it, guys, about this article, right? So that's it. It's like the weakening of him. Okay, exactly. You see the mask at Halloween, and the mask comes off, and you see the real person. But I feel like this is the truth, and I get a sense that Nadler is figuring it out, and the Democrats are figuring it out. The way to get to Trump is not to project your own values. Like, is not you can't just think that he's a regular person. He's not rational. What you can do to get him down is to get the things that he's avoiding the most, push them. Like, he does not want this stuff to come out about all the investing. Go for it. He doesn't like to show the money. Go for it. Push the buttons, because he's very obvious in a way, guys. He's very obvious you know, with with what he is afraid of. So that's it. The shame is really about the fact that he's not rich. That it's not just guys, it's not just about money. Really, no. The reality is that he created a persona. He created a persona that is fake. It's not just about the whether how much. It was not just about the fact that he didn't have as much money as he claimed. It's that the whole thing is a lie. Okay, so in a way, that's the whole he's a lie. The entire persona is a lie. There's nothing there. There's no there. Okay, so anyway, so now, okay, so now let's go here. I'm gonna just plug it in 1 second here. So now I'm gonna go to bar, because now I'm important other car house. Okay, okay. So now let's go to bar and to see the thing about. Oh, sorry for the very sorry for the Okay. So guys, did you see? Oh my God, I was watching live. I had this thing in the background, and I was watching the votes. Because it was like, when you vote, I vote I, I vote I vote I, whatever. I vote no, no, no. So anyway, so so here I am. Okay, sorry, I'm drinking. So let's go to the question. Okay, so now, Barr versus House of Representatives in contempt his assertion of executive privilege over the Mueller report. Why do Republicans act as if it's different this time when Trump has already done what Nixon did? And Barr, this is what I don't understand, guys. So like I said, guys. Okay, yeah, I understand, but I'm trying to okay, I'm not gonna look at the comments. If you have a question, I've said before, please add it to the Patreon thing. I can't change the focus because I have many questions. So I want to make sure I get to all of them. Okay. Even if it's break. Okay. So I said before, if you read, I'm going to address it later. Okay. So anyway, so I'm going to go here to Barr versus the House of Representatives okay. So tell me about, and I just close, I'm not looking at the comments. Okay. So just so I can make sure I'm focused. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. So what's going on with Bar contempt? Was he, because guys, what I meant when this is question number 2, okay, that I am. When what I meant is really that it's obvious that they have already passed. They're doing what Nixon did or and beyond. But my question about Barr is, isn't he afraid? I mean, clearly he's choosing. Now he's finally faces, he thought he could blab, like, whatever, but do it. I'm going to say these things, but now he's facing this is an actual consequence of the stuff he's doing. Is he afraid? What's the deal here? Okay. And what's next? As I said before, I've been looking at this question almost every time, but because there's so much that is happening. Okay. So why do Republicans act as if it's different this time? When they've already done what Nixon did, and is Barr for. It's going on with Barr today. Now that this vote passed, what is going on with him right now? What is he feeling? What is he thinking? What is it planning? I see him. like kind of like this withdrawing more. And he's not, I've said before, guys, I do not think he's going to comply. I think he's just is like some sort of, he thinks it's some sort of war that he's just going to push as far as he can and see if he's not going to compromise. Like even the thing that he said, this, he said that now put the Mueller report under executive privilege. It's bullshit. Every legal person said it's total bullshit, but he does not want to stop. He doesn't. I don't think he wants to compromise. I don't think he wants to admit anything. So he's just gonna go kamikaze on this situation. Okay. So, all right, bars. So yeah, no. I think the attitude's like he's gonna be more gruff and more withdrawn, and they're just gonna. He thinks that he can push this all the way to the Supreme Court. Okay, and this is what I was telling you guys. They're buying time, and this is it's coming back to me. I did the reading recently about Mitch McConnell and seeing that Mitch McConnell. Remember, I said Mitch McConnell wants everything to be. He wants the Mueller report to be pushed far after the election. They want it to be pushed aside so they can kind of try to win and maybe get the Russians can help us. Yeah, forget about it. They could do whatever. So that's the plan. Push it, push it, push it, because they're like the Democrats. Who could just and they're not. I'm sorry, they're not afraid of the Democrats. They don't think the Democrats are ever actually going to do something because they haven't, right? Thus far, they haven't done any. This is the first, guys. Think about it. This is the first legal consequence for people in this administration. Isn't that right? Kind of a personal consequence, right? It's the first time. It's like, oh, time to do it more. More. Okay. All right. So this is it. He's not, I don't think he's going to negotiate. I think they're going to go kamikaze on this. Okay. So why? Okay. But why does Barr, okay, guys, why does Barr do this? He's just, I'm gonna save the day. I'm gonna do this. I'm experienced. This is the thing, guys. He feels that because he was the attorney general before, and he kind of helped the Bushes before, hide things, so he could do this again. It's something he does well. He knows how to do, and he's being paid to do. I said before, there's money behind the scenes. And by the way, guys, I'm going to do something now that I never do, and I always ask that you don't do it, which is to ask me questions that you heard somebody on the YouTube say. I really, you know it. I don't like it when you ask me these questions. So people are saying, "Oh, yeah, was he blackmailed because somebody was saying that?" Okay, I'm gonna answer this time, but please don't do it because I hate doing check on other people. I don't. It's not how my questions come. But since this is sandwiched to the question of money, I personally don't think he's blackmailed. No, I think he's doing it willingly. Okay, but let's look into the situation. Okay, but like I said, if you read, see, you see someone saying something, please don't ask me if that's true, because I tend to like to see things either from my own questions or from stuff that's coming out on the news. Okay, so anyway, but I'm gonna do this because it shows that there's a financial thing. Is he being blackmailed? No, I don't. I don't think he's, guys. I think he's compromised in a different way. I think he's part of the far right kind of people, the far right group, and he wants to see this. I think his motivation is to see this far right world. Okay, I think he has a big ego, and he wants to be part of it, and he thinks that he could make some good money out of it. He does not need the money. He has like a supposedly $10 million net worth. Okay, so it's enough for him to retire, but I think he wants, if he's like, I could do this. And I think there's a lot of people on this side of the right wing people who are anti-Clinton, very anti-Clinton, who always have wanted to see this glory days of the far right just judiciary, and he's one of them. Okay. And I've said the other thing, guys, before, that he wants to also to protect the Bushes. And I'm not, I don't want to go with people. Sometimes people, oh, tell me about Bush. I don't want to go there. It's too far. It's not the point. There's a lot of stuff going on. But I do think that both him and Kavanaugh, they were part of the group of people who were protecting the old ways of the GOP. So I think, guys, this is a moment for them to protect the secrets that could sink them, if you think about it, right? So, because I think what happens is that what's happening is that a lot of the people who are the Republicans that are kind of anti-Trump, publicly, let's say Rick Wilson, it's a handful of people, okay, they're saying it and they don't care if they lose the party. They're not concerned so much, it sounds like. But there is a group of people who feel that if the GOP sinks, they're gonna lose everything they have. Okay, so I don't. So the question is he being blackmailed? I mean, honestly, I don't see how that the whole thing with the entire GOP is that there is this compromised information. I do think essentially is the voting stuff. Okay, the voting fraud that they all want to protect, but I don't think it's the same case as, for example, the evangelicals. Okay, so that's the thing. I think the motivation of Barr is to get, that the door song, break on through to the other side, break on through, break on through. It's like they feel that only they can go a little bit further, they will completely create the coup is gonna be, stamped finally, boom. We're gonna have a conservative government forever because we're gonna steal every election and we're gonna bullshit our way through everything. And like I said, guys, Mitch McConnell, he wants, if the Republicans had everything they wanted, what would they do? They would remove healthcare and Social Security and everything. Okay, so so this is a story. Okay, so all right, okay, okay. So anyway, so this is it, guys. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. Now I'm not gonna. Okay, so let's see what else here. I was just going over because the guys, and actually, I think it's a good thing that I don't look at the comments only when I want to check that there's questions or anything, because it's so intense. It's intense. So now, so then you can talk among yourselves, and then I'll check from time to time. So anyway, so now, someone, I think it was Task. She asked, what are the Democrats going to do to them? I saw that he could be put in prison. I have, so guys, I almost have a hard time believing it, but let's look. Okay. So what's going to happen to Barr? What are the Democrats going to do now? How, what? Let's go to like Nadler. What is he thinking and feeling? Because guys, this is, what was sad that I was just looking now. This is the first time the Democrats have ever done anything. Like there was a lot of things the Democrats stopped, laws, and they did a lot. But in terms of actually punishing someone, is the I think, am I wrong? I think it's probably the first time. Like, I'm sorry, it should happen more often. Oh yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. So it's like they should do it all the time. I'm sorry. If think about it, the Republicans, they don't think once if they're like, let's like find some fake bullshit about somebody and do it. They do it constantly, and I think that the Americans are too careful. Just go for it. Just do it. Do something. You know what I'm saying? So so anyway, so okay, so now here. Okay, so let's see here. Um. So okay, so Neil, how do you feel? You're like, you know what? Actually, it wasn't that bad. Huh. I could get used to it, I could do it. Because what I think about Trump and a lot, and even Barr, they are bluffing, guys. Think about the entire game with Trump is bluffing. You know why? Because he's just because he's a white guy and where it came for money, he bluffed his whole life. Okay. So so the same thing here. I think he's just bluffing. And I think if the Democrats finally like, oh, interesting informations, huh? Oh, maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it. Yeah, maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it. Huh? Huh? So, just go for it. Just go block this bullshit. Just stop this thing. Okay, so now they're starting to feel more confident about being aggressive. Just let's slap the motherfucker. So what? I'm sorry. Guys, yesterday, last night, I was imagining the guy the bar was in New York, and I would like literally, I would slap him so hard. I'll imagine if I'm like in some restaurant, there's bar. I'm like, I just so angry. Can you imagine that guy? I would just like, get that way, get out here, get up. Like, I mean, I'd be so angry, but I'm sure I would not be the first person. I think I would not be the first person who do it. Somebody else would have had the brilliant idea, the brilliant presence of mind. I'm disabled. My hand moves by itself. Yeah. Sorry. No, this is my dream. Okay, so what are they gonna do now? What are they gonna do about Barr? Are they gonna do something? They're gonna push. Oh, I feel like Needler is getting together with it. He was getting into it. I see him like, oh, this is good, because he sort of he starts. You know how Trump is always like, no, I can't do it. No, you can't have it. No, it's executive privilege. No. So then he's like, oh, I'm gonna do this to them, and he starts to learn how to, how to get with it, how to stop shit, and go to. It's like he's learning how to get after go after the people. Don't go like, oh, we're gonna do this is wrong what they said. This is wrong. No, no, motherfucker, I'm gonna get your bullshit. I get your money. I get your bullshit. Stop. Like, why are you waiting? I think I'm sorry, I understand. I trust Nancy and all that, but I'm just like, do something. If you put these people in jail, what are you gonna? Is it wrong? No. He has the power to do it. So put the motherfucker in jail. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what's next for Bar? Because I see more motions. They said, guys, okay, I could be wrong, okay, but I do think he may go to. I see him like somebody coming to the Justice Department. They're like, Attorney General Barr, get your ass out of there. No, they don't do that. They're very polite, but they're because if I'm sorry, let's get real. If you're a black guy, things would have happened. Like seriously, it's the racism and the. Granted, he's attorney general, you know what I mean. But it's like I'm sorry, just because it's just privilege. Okay, I'm sorry. That's it. So you know what I mean. They don't care. Nobody. Oh no, no. Why? Just because the guy. I'm sorry. It's so disgusting to me. I'm not even gonna start with this. You know what I mean? Anyway, so then they go like, excuse me, bar, and I see him getting his jacket. Grab your jacket and your wallet. We have a little room here in the Capitol building for you. We have a little pillow. Don't worry, you can order room service. But it's a little jail. So if President wants to come to talk to you, he needs to go to talk to jail to you. Yeah. So exactly. So guys, I do think he's gonna be. He's like, oh what? Oh, 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 oh. Oh. And I feel like he calls his wife. I don't know what her name is. Valerie. I don't know what her name is. You can't believe what's happening. They're right here. They're taking me to the. They're taking me right now. Dad, the girl, the woman works at FinCEN, his daughter. Daddy, Daddy, stop! Don't take my daddy. No, it's like, it's like no, it's not so bad. You know what I mean? It's not so bad. It's not so bad. It just happened to be. Oh my god. So anyway, so I think it's possible. I just think that they have. I'm sorry, because think about it, guys. What are the Democrats doing? They're doing what is legally their right to do. They're not asking for much. I'm sorry, but it's because if they let those people get away with it, it's over. You know. I'm sorry. Don't you think like if they let these motherfuckers get away with with anything, they're gonna take it. They're not gonna do anything. So move your ass, like yeah. Think about it. Back in the day, people go to prison. You're gonna put the motherfucker in there. Who cares? He doesn't care about. Guys, think about the contempt he had for everybody in that day of the hearing. He didn't care about anybody. Why should you care about him? I mean, it's not that complicated. It is not that complicated, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to. Yeah, you are, because that's what you wanted. You think you're. I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, no. Think about it, it's so wrong. Like, because I mean, really, like exactly. If nobody, seriously, because if they don't do anything, then I don't know what they're thinking. They're like, oh, I think the President Trump and Barr, they're gonna suddenly like realize something. They're gonna come to their senses. They're gonna do the right thing for the American people. No, they have never done anything to suggest otherwise. You know that they're saying, they say when you realize, see what the person is, um what is it? When the person shows you who they are, believe them. Exactly. Like, I'm sorry, what else do you need? Okay. He doesn't want to do it. You're gonna be like, he's like, oh hello, Nadler. Hi, it's me, Bar. Hi, I changed your mind. No, he's not. It's not gonna happen. So go for it. So this is it. And I think, guys, and they say there's no legal ground for the Mueller report situation. You read it, but now you can't. You have to unread it. It's mine. It's my baby. Remember, he said, "It's my baby." Yeah, yeah. She's my baby. Mhm, mhm. Yeah, whatever. Because that's what I feel, guys. By the I don't know if it's gonna be I don't know if it's gonna be Friday, but I told you it's like they're gonna be like he has to grab his stuff. Like, hey, honey, can you bring me a new blanket? Cause I'm here at the Capitol, and they don't have a nice. Can you get the Hermes blanket? I don't know that I like the blanket they have here. It's kind of gross. Like I don't know. Can you get my breathing machine? Huh, 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 huh. So anyway, so yeah, so I think shit needs to get real. And guys, I don't know why people are so afraid of Trump. Like he's bluffing the whole time. Okay, so like why are you so afraid? Okay, just face them. I mean, oh my god, you know what? Just like I sometimes I would like you want to go. Oh my god, just like I can't even. Just somebody has to tell him like it is. Seriously, just tell him. My God, exactly. If it's simple, right? Dan is saying if a cashier steals $20 a day from the till and the owner doesn't do anything about it, whose fault is it? Right? If the person is like they're trying, like they're gonna do more and more, they're gonna get real, get over it. So anyway, so that's it. Okay, so this is I think okay, so let's see. Is there another way, guys? I'm just trying to think. So the answer is yes. I think they're gonna put the guy. I think it's very likely they could put him in jail. Is there another way of asking this? Just want to make sure. Okay, see it from a different perspective. Because that's okay. The first part of the question show that he's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna answer. He's not gonna compromise in any way. He doesn't want to. He's gonna try to. Okay, so I think he's gonna go, guys. Okay. Now, the other question I need to ask, because I was thinking to myself, what can they do? What can Barr do to try to derail the whole thing? Is to do something to Mueller. And I thought was already over. I thought Mueller was already done with the whole thing. He was, but I guess he's still there. I don't know. And by the way, isn't that weird? He should. What the hell is it? Why is he still like I guess supposedly an employee of the department? You know what I mean? Isn't that weird? Don't you think it's a little strange? Don't you think it's strange? So, so this is it. Okay, now Sally's asking. Okay, I don't know, I don't know, Sally, because just to get info. What info? What info do you want to get? What info? I don't know. Guys, you have to remember the difference between. Yeah, what the? Why is he there? I don't get it. Isn't that weird? The Mueller. I mean, I want to ask, what the hell is Mueller doing there? Wasn't this whole thing supposedly over? What the hell is it doing there? Think about it. Don't you think it's weird? I don't know, but Mueller, I'm sure has he's not paid very much. I'm sure he has like the moment he could take anything, like he could take a job that pays 500 times more, 10 times more. What the hell is he doing there, right? So let me just see while this is happening. Well, there's Mueller. Oh, hi, Mueller. What the hell? Look, no, I can't imagine. Now I'm like, what the hell, Mueller? What are you doing? Huh? And now somebody asked an interesting question. This is interesting. Can someone else hand over the report if Barr's in jail? Oh, I had to stay for the marathons, huh? Oh. So let's ask. Okay, so let me just first ask while this is happening, because that's what I was thinking. My mind went first to the Mueller report, since he said that the Mueller report is a privilege. I was like, but Mueller is still there. So what is Mueller doing right now? He's there supposedly. What the hell's going on? He's gathering evidence. He's monitoring things. Okay, monitoring what? He's like monitoring, handing over. He's buffering. Okay, so he's buffering. Yeah, he's buffering the ongoing investigations. Okay, he wants to make sure they're going. And in a weird way, guys, to be very honest, I actually think, I know this may sound like a very strange thing, but I actually feel like Mueller is not really. Barr is sort of letting him do the local investigations. Okay, but I don't know. It sounds kind of crazy, but okay. He's still basically kind of like getting it, if the local investigations need some, I don't know, just making sure everything is to the other. Okay, but can he, okay, Mueller, so what is he, okay, Mueller today, for example, how does he see this whole situation that just happened with the contempt? He's just like, I can't believe this guy. He's sickening. I cannot believe this guy. He's like, he's just like, he's I don't know if he even talks to him, or he doesn't even. They supposedly used to be friends. It's true, but I think I also feel like he's there, guys, to protect his reputation in some way. For whatever reason, I still think that and I'm going to say something strange here, that there's a small possibility that they could try to sue Mueller. Can you imagine? For whatever reason, okay, I don't know that I think he has protectors inside of the DOJ still, okay. But okay, so is Barr going to do anything to Mueller while Mueller, or is Mueller going to be able to testify? Is Mueller's thinking, what I gave to them, I gave to them, but I have my own copy. If push comes to shove, I can do this. I have given the copy to others. Others have the copy inside the Justice Department, okay? Sally, please, you know what? Just like if you have, I've said this before, I'm doing a question based on the order. If you have a specific questions that are not about this, then please put them on the thing on Twitter, because A, if I am derailed, it's difficult, and then B, it's sometimes these are good questions, but it's it's kind of like going all the way. Okay, let's try to focus for me and focus for you too. So please put the question over there so I can either ask it another day or okay, but it's not, if it's too like out there, then there's 10 questions, so I don't want to lose the thread, okay? So anyway, so going back here to Mueller and what he's doing and the whole relationship with Barr. I closed the comments, so okay, so all right, so what's Mueller and Barr? What is he doing there? And is he going to testify? Is Barr going to be able to stop Mueller from testifying? No, when he knows it. But I see that Mueller is in this very empty office. Like he really is leaving. I think he just had some meetings with some people connected to law enforcement, the FBI, and so forth. And I think guys, I really believe he's given the report to others. Okay. I don't know I don't recognize the people, but there's the other people there. Oh, sorry. At the DOJ that got this. Okay. So anyways, I just go grab it. Something fell. So I don't think, hold on 1 second. Okay. So I don't think that I don't know. I don't, in a weird way, I don't think the whole thing is lost. Okay. I don't think that, I think there's a lot more to happen. Okay. Okay. Is Mueller going to testify? He's gone. He's going to be gone in a couple days. He's not going to go back there anymore. So yes, he can. And he's told Barr, I'm going, bitch. I'm going. I'm going. Okay. Don't worry. So, all right. So this is it. So in terms of, and I just want to quickly answer something about that Sally had asked about the SDNY. If you please, I will really strongly urge everyone to read all the questions that I've had posted, because there's something that's relevant to this question, which is the question about attorney. Did you see? I'm gonna read it. It's number number 6. Breaking. New York State Senate just passed a bill that would allow the state to release any state tax returns requested by Congress, including those of President Trump. So it's yes, the answer is not just SDNY. I'm sure, and guys, SDNY has already subpoenaed all these banks. This is not, this, right? It's already going on, and so just going back here to the question. So this is it. So I think Mueller, yes, is going to testify. I think so. Okay. So, and they seem to know that there's not much they can do to stop him, because what threat are they going to do? Like, what are they going to do? I don't think they're going to go against Mueller. It's too much of a risk, but they're afraid. It's almost like they're like really scared. Okay. So that's that. Now let me go back here. Okay. So So I almost feel like, guys, seriously, though, that the bar, it's like they are having a weird mindset, but they are more worried about Mueller than they are worried about the Congress. Seriously, because they feel like the presence of Mueller would really make would change things in a way that would make it very, you know, okay, so I feel like he's given, but I think, guys, you know who I see the guy that he gave this stuff to is somebody in the FBI. Honestly, is not somebody in the Department of Justice necessarily, because I see this guy is relatively young looking, a little bit, but it's like several people in the FBI and saying counterintelligence people. There's these people because they, guys, okay, I don't want to scare you, but think about what's happening in the country right now. What is it? It's counterintelligence. It's security, national security. So people at the CIA, people, I think they've given people like CIA, whatever those DNI people, a lot of people have the report in a very top secret thing. They, guys, I swear, I mean, it could be wrong, okay, because Mueller seems to be very together, but I feel like he put the little envelope, like a disc or something, like, bitch, here's, no, bitch, but she's like, here's the phone. Hello, Mueller. This is Mueller. Hello, Gina. This is Mueller. I would like to have a cup of tea with you sometime. Yeah, let's have a conversation. I have something. Yeah. And then he, same thing. Hello, Chris. It's me, Mueller. We should have beer. I have informations. I have interesting informations. Thank you. Like, something like that. Like, he's he slips something, and it's in a it's in a, what is it called? It looks like those tiny computer things, not like the, okay. So he's just doing it just in case they delete, who knows, they want to delete it. No, never saw it. He deleted, we lost it. The computer broke. Computer broke. Oh yeah, it broke. So you know what I mean. So all right. So this is it. Okay, he's calm, and I'm not super worried. I feel like there's enough people who have it. Okay. So anyway, so that's that. Now, so does it answer, guys, the situation? Okay. I think there's a lot of it about this whole thing. Okay. So the answer is yes, you still be able to testify, but they're more afraid of Mueller testifying than anything. Because they feel like if they go with Mueller, they're like, we're gonna stop him from testifying. No. And they can't. They're just like, that's too much. Okay. So they might try to, like, bullshit him or whatever. Okay, so I don't know, that's my sense. Okay, he's not afraid. I mean, what are you going to do about Mueller, going to say about him? Okay, I think, and also I feel like he gave them a break in a way. You know what I mean? He trusted them, and they stabbed him in the back. Think about it. Think about what he did. Think about what Barr did. He was an asshole. He did to his supposed friend. So that's the thing, guys. The thing they're trying to stop is the Mueller thing. Okay, so okay, so waiting on. Okay, I'm here. Okay, can you hear, guys? Okay, okay. So anyway, so that's it, guys. Okay, all right. So okay, okay. So anyway, so that's that. Now this is it, guys. All right, that kind of answers. Okay, the big question about Barr and the whole thing. So the answer is they're gonna go for it. I do think they're gonna push it forward because, guys, think about it. It's like, really, what's so upsetting is like those Democrats, they have to move their ass and do something because nothing's gonna happen if they don't. And they shouldn't be afraid of anything. They just should face those assholes. Okay. All right. So next, how many questions? Many questions. Okay. So, all right. Now, okay, the question number 3 kind of touches on stuff we've already talked about, but it's important. So, and tell me, guys, um tell me guys something that if I understand correctly, Don McGahn, he responded. I think he said somebody said I something like um what was it, that he's not going to testify, or is he going to testify? Okay, so I didn't quite understand that, whether he said he was going to. I thought he was going to testify, but then I'm a little bit confused. I don't remember, honestly. Well, here, Dennis Scully, paranormal investigator. That's my room, number 4. Okay. Okay. So okay, so now let's do the thing with Dom again. Okay, I don't know that he responded to the. Did I read correctly? They said something, he didn't respond to the subpoena. Is that correct? I don't remember, guys. To be honest, so much, but I'm gonna look into it. Okay, so I remember there was a vision where he was gonna testify, but very limited. Okay, yeah, I think he was coming, right? I don't remember, guys. Yeah, okay, he won't testify. Is that right? That's right, because now it's coming back, because it said now they have to go after. Oh, that's right, because the news commentators, they were saying something like now they were going to figure out what to do with McGahn, see if they're going to do the contempt for McGahn as well. That's right. That's right. Oh, okay. For testify 15. Okay, so that's right. So I think this is if they're going to. Okay, so what's going on with McGahn? Okay, executive privilege. Okay, so what's going to go with what's happening with McGahn? He's like. Yeah, oh, this is right. I remember, guys. They said something. They said something like there's a bigger, it's almost like there's some sort of legal thing where he can be stopped. Or there was just something where they were like, no, we have to review it, we have to talk about it, we have to something like that. So what's going to happen to the McGahn testimony? Guys, you know what? I'm seeing an image of, I want to see an image of Mueller. Okay, the Mueller, because Mueller's supposed to be on the 15th. So I want to see an image of Mueller and see if McGahn is before or after. Okay, so let's see Mueller. He'll say McGahn. McGahn. I think it's going to be after. Okay. I think if he does speak, it's going to be much after, because I think he's much more faded and much more subdued, because I feel like there's going to be like, when Mueller talks, that's going to be much more significant, because essentially McGahn testified to Mueller. Okay. So I don't think that it's going to be. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that if you think about it, Mueller is he knows he's much bigger, right? He's much bigger, or like the mood is very different. Okay. And he looks kind of guilty to me, honestly. And the thing, I mean, I don't like him because, as you know, he's an architect of many bad things, um but the splitters are saying don't worry, because there's going to be huge, the coming years, they're saying there's going to be giant commissions. Okay, and they are all going to have to testify. Okay, so if they may not be able, if they say a little bit today, they're going to have years and years. That's it. I'm not too worried about him, though. I think he's going to speak, but in much more subdued manner. But it's almost as if whatever he has to say is going to have a much lesser. There's going to be many more revelations. Okay, so guys, if you're just joining, I've already said this before. Please go to the questions. I've already, so you can figure out where you are, and if you think sometimes is not new what you're bringing. I've already questions. Okay, so we know that. Okay, so just so you're not okay. So anyway, so yeah, so I know that we know that he's testifying. Okay, so anyway, so I am on question number 3. Like I said, I am trying to rush because I have something. Oh my God, it's already 6:10. You see, I don't want to. Okay, so now moving on, guys, to the other questions beyond bar, and there's a lot of questions here. Okay, so let me just go in order because it's easier for those of you who are just joining to figure out where I am. So I'm number 4 now. Some folks have reminded me that I had made the prediction about Guam Navy attacks and that the U.S. is moving ships as Bolton tries to create distractions. How close are we to this? Is this still going to happen? And how close are we to seeing Trump leave? Reminder, I have seen in several predictions that this failure to protect the USA would be the trigger to removing Trump, not impeachment or the next election war. Okay. So, so someone, you guys, somebody talked about something about Iran, the treaty, because the U.S. already left the treaty, and now Iran is saying something, but Iran is being provoked, obviously, by the U.S., right? So what's going? I just and somebody, guys, I was seeing something about Guam. I remember I said something about Guam, and then I was like, oh my God, North Korea. It's not Russia, but maybe North Korea. That was the thing about Guam. But I don't know. So I still want to find out, guys. Don't be scared, okay? And I want to be, if they counsel you against thinking that there's going to be some war or whatever, this is like they want us to be scared, okay? So, but I just want to know. I just want to know if this is true, okay? So, so this is it, all right? So, okay, so what's going on here with what is going on with these attacks? What is going on with oh guys, something this is connected, okay? This is connected, but I didn't write it down. But this is connected, okay? And I forgot because you guys, can you imagine how many things, so many things. I don't have time to do all of it, but I'm gonna address as much as I can. So what I want to talk about next, connected to this, is the meeting the Russia has with was it Pompeo. Because I'm thinking, guys, don't you think it's a little strange? The Russians are meeting with Pompeo the day before Mueller testifies. Oh, interesting information, huh? Oh yeah. So my sense is like there is just and the Russians are masters at fake war bullshit and all real war. They want people to be like, look at that way, look at that direction, look at that direction, the other direction, the other direction. So what if, imagine, I would not doubt it that they would want to impact you know okay, so let's just see what is going on. What is the situation with the meeting? Because Pompeo first was supposed to go to Germany and then he canceled. He's like, I have urgency, I have urgency. So he cancels, and then, oh, but Lavrov, hi, this is Pompeo. Lavrov, I need to make up a war. Can we meet up so we can like make up some story about a war that we need to have? Great. So yeah, so I'll come over. All right. See you later. It's kind of like, okay, so let me just figure. Okay, so okay, guys. So okay, so let me just see here. What's going on? Are they going to succeed? What are they doing? What are they planning with this whole thing? What's going on? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to move. Yeah, I see this image like moving the ships around. We have to move the ships around, and we can start something. Guys, unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately, guys, this is the thing. Okay, this is the thing, and I could be wrong. Who knows? But I feel like this is the thing. Trump is like, let's create a different channel. Let's try to do different channels. And I think the Russians are saying, oh, move the ships over here. We can have an exercise. Okay. So I think that the Russians are manipulating Trump. Trump is manipulating the media. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like something's going to come out of it. And you know what's going to come out of it? I thought it was the Russians are going to do something without the US knowledge, but I almost feel like I'm not kidding, guys. I almost feel like whatever attack happens, it's almost as if they planned it ahead. So in other words, I do think that the US has planned with Russia an attack against it. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. Okay, let me just see here. Okay, let me go to Lavrov because Lavrov decides. Okay, so Lavrov, what's going on? What's your plan? We're gonna tell Trump. President Trump, welcome here. You're so big, you're so great, you're so hot, whatever. So here's the thing. I know there's all this stuff that I can tell you these lies. Let's do it. Let's do a collaboration. Let's do this stuff together. We're gonna go do this. We're gonna do that, and then So they go like, oh yeah, sure. And then they're gonna say things, but if they say, just say we're friends. We're just playing around. You know what I mean? So where this is, they're like going west, they're going to the east because they're seeing this area going to the east, go to east. Russia, below Russia, east. Yeah. So this is it. Like, you go east, just put it over there because we're friends. Put the ships around us. We're friends. We're not gonna do anything for it. We're not gonna do anything. So guys, I could see. Okay, can I tell you what I think? Can I feel like the Russians and the North Korea people together, they're gonna try to change. They create some sort of thing. Okay, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. Okay, I'm serious. I'm like, whoa. And I'm serious, like, yeah. Okay, let me just, because it sound, guys, it's hard for me to believe it. It's hard to believe it. I can't even. What's going on? Okay, now let's go to like the. Oh my God. Okay, so what? Okay, what is going on here? They have to change their minds. They have to think there's so much danger. They have to think. So what about Iran? What is the story with Iran? What's happening? What do they want to do with Iran? There, because the other thing I wanted to say, guys, the thing about Trump is that he was realizing he's gonna have to leave soon. He wants cash, and I swear to God, I feel like there's some money he was promised if he goes into wars. Okay, I'm serious. So he's like, no, I started though. We have to get it together. We have to get it together. They have to like get it going because he gets a huge payout if it does it. Because guys, there's all these. Let's get real. Trump armed dealers and all those people. You know what I mean? Who knows? So so I feel like he's counseled against doing the Iran thing because Israel is like, I don't know that we want to do this. Iran is like, and guys, it's not that I'm like, go to Rose's channel because she loves Iran, but the Iranians are very wise, I think, because they've been dealing with this for centuries. So they're not gonna be. They're not Trump. They're like, oh, I'm gonna go press a button. Hello, come here. Like, it's because they are living in a very, very volatile world. The U.S. It's easy for Trump to say stuff because he's protected by being here in the U.S. But over there, it's very, very volatile, and so they avoid things. They try. You know what I mean? So I just feel like he convinces them to go another direction. Okay, and that's just kind of like how it may how but I swear, guys, first I thought that the thing was and I remember the Russian excuse was oh, it's an exercise, but I do think that there's possibility, and I could be wrong, guys, honestly, that the US arranges some sort of war with them. Okay, I'm sorry, I really think that there's like something where, something where, I don't want to explain it. I don't know. I just feel like there's just something where the Russians played Trump, or there's going to be an accident with a ship, or there's going to be something happening. You know how there was, okay, they're saying here, they're telling me this. Remember how there was the people in the embassies? Remember the thing with the embassies where they had the ear problem, the whole thing with the sound. They may do something similar where it's like the radar, it's something about radars and all those things, okay? So anyway, so this is it. There's not gonna be. I was telling you before, guys. It's not gonna be like, how do I explain it? It's not gonna be a war, like a real war. It's gonna be like the Russians are like got the agreement with Trump to have some sort of pretend attack, or like an accident or something where they divert the attention. But then the U.S. military catches the information and knows that this was arranged, okay, with Trump. I know it sounds crazy, and I actually pray to God I'm wrong. I pray to God I'm wrong because it's sickening. But this is like how bad it is, okay? That he kind of planned. No, seriously, can you imagine? Think about it. They are planning a fake attack. You know what I mean? Kind of like, oh, like you shoot me, and guys, guys, as you know, I watch these crime shows, and sometimes there's these crimes where the person claims that there's an enemy, but then he shoots themselves in the leg to pretend like they were those kind of things are arranged. Like, oh, I'm gonna pay you this amount, you can shoot me, and then I'm gonna say that there was a stranger, but I actually paid you to, so you know what I mean? So it's kind of like something like that because the Russians are terrified of what could happen. So they're gonna try, it's and Trump, they know, okay, guys, they know that is like Trump is terrified, and they know that there's something really bad going on, okay? So So this is it, and it goes back. It's almost like there's some sort of actual accident. There's something happens that guys, and I've said before. I was thinking about it before, and let me tell you this. I'm gonna write about this a little bit because it's connected to this event. Okay. Yesterday, I was sitting in the same place. I was having a conversation with someone that I do. I guess sort of like a, what do you call it? Coaching. It was sort of like a coaching in some ways, but it's more like spiritual development coaching things. But we were working on something together, and we have a connections, and like the light started blinking up and down, like shutting down on this little corridor right behind me. And then at the same time, I saw this little thunder light, like almost like sometimes you see the fire tests when the lights are blinking like that. It was right here. And I know spirits, they rarely, whenever they communicate with me, that's kind of how I see it. Okay. And I was like, oh, yesterday I was feeling this, like this energy going up very quickly, guys, that we really are in this moment of transition, and that those people are fighting very hard to hold on to power because it's slipping away from them. And this is the thing, guys. It is this moment of transition. They're telling me, warn them, but it's going to be okay. So guys, I just want to tell you this. If you hear things about this, like threats of war and all those things, know that in the end, I don't even know that there's going to be any casualties. It's just threats, and Trump is going to leave. So that's my sense. Okay. So that's my feeling, is that it's so that's it. Okay. So that's my sense. All right. And it's just that they're like grabbing onto it. They're like, it's like, what is it called, the thing that, the water, what is it called, the thing that goes like this, the water spiral? There's a name for it with a W, I think it's called. I don't remember. The water that goes down, do 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 do, like this in the bathtub, when it's going down like that. I forgot. Whirlpool, I think it's called, right? It's this whirlpool that they have to, like, they're going down in the whirlpool, and it's too strong for them. They're like, President is like a little speck in the whirlpool, So the world is changing. What's so funny, guys? What's so funny? That when when we're kids, we look at, when we look at those, you go to Natural History Museum, and there used to be the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs were huge, and you would never think that they would ever go away. The dinosaurs, can you imagine dinosaurs giant? I'm saying I'm big. Look at me. I'm staying. What is talking about? What is talking about? And if you think about it, guys, these people are like, literally, they are dinosaurs, and even the dinosaurs go away. Oh, yeah, the dinosaurs era. See you later. See you later. Alligators. Now dinosaurs. See you later. Dinosaurs. See you later. Dinosaurs. So yeah, so this is my sense, guys. They're kind of like telling, and I don't want it to. It's not like a religious. It's because a lot of times it sounds like it's a religious event or like something, but I don't sense it that way. It's sort of like how, I don't explain it. It's not gonna be like, oh, the world, there's 3 days and 3 nights of a storm. No, nothing like that. But it's more like, really, um, things change in a way that it's like that those people don't belong anymore, and they have to go. Okay, so they're trying everything they can, and it's the last grasps. Okay, but okay, so all right, so that's that. Now, okay, so are we close, guys? Timing, as you know, timing is a weird thing. So I don't want it to make some sort of. I always get it. I always get it wrong, and there's so many things going on. Okay, so yeah, and GR, I thought also she was talking about McCain, and I also thought it was McCain, but it was a ship. So anyway, so going back here, guys, just going out to see how close are we to this? Are we any close, or is this an imagination? What does this mean? What does this mean about the timing and this event, guys? And I see Mueller, and I see like an arrow, like, woo, Mueller, and then boom. Go there. Mueller, look that way. Mueller, look, it's very closely related to Mueller testimony, I believe, okay? But it has a lot more to do with that. So then, okay, so then what happens? Let me just also look at from this perspective of Mueller, going away. Yeah, because guys, I was telling you the distraction. Like, okay, what are the? I mean, Trump is under so many investigations, right? So, but it's almost as if what he's most scared of is generally the truth, because he feels that he can kind of manipulate the legal system in some way or another. And the Russians are also very desperate about, even though obviously they're not here, they feel like there could be consequences for them. I mean, they are aware. Trump is not as Trump is not as like conscious of things as the Russians are, because there's elements about the Russians that they're very not level-headed, but they're aware of what is happening. Okay, Trump is unable to see the reality as he sees things as he wants them to be, and that's bad. Okay, okay, so then yeah, so and I see the guy, guys I don't know if DNI guy he's not part of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, is he? Dan something, because I see him talking to Trump after that and saying, "Look, here, Mr. Trump." He does not touch his knee, but it's he's like, "We saw it. We know what you did." Okay, so here, let me just say, see him. So yeah, I don't know that he is, but I feel like for whatever reason he's somehow connected to it. Okay, I don't know. There is just intelligence. Oh, that's right, because that's the general of intelligence, right? So isn't he sort of above the CIA? If anything, he's the director of all the intelligence agencies, I thought, right? I think so. So he has the information, I think, if I'm right. Okay, yeah. So he's like, bitch, I saw it. Mhm. Hello? President. This is Dan. I saw your bullshit. I saw who you were talking to. So I'm gonna go over there, pack your motherfucking bags, because you're getting out. So this is why I said, guys, I still think, and like I said, it could be wrong, but that's my sense that the thing that really makes Trump. I know we're talking about all these investigations and all those things this is important that it goes on, but what really may take Trump down really is the intelligence and the military, because they see it, they're like, oh, so they go to him and say, look, this is what you should do for in your position, because it's gonna be kind of embarrassing. Okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. So, and guys, you know what? And I actually, you know what I see? I actually see the Russians. You know how they put their news? They say like, "Oh, the Russians put out the news like, oh, we agreed with President Trump to attack this." So they even make fun of him in public until it becomes humiliating for the country in the world that he, you know what I mean? I do think it's even possible, like I was saying, that the Russians will release the information about Trump. Either they recorded the information or the call with Trump or something, because the Russians are very smart like that. So when they're blamed, they're like, oh, listen to this conversation. They said we could do it, which is true. So, it's, guys, it gets to a point where and I'm telling you, it's not because, at first it's like, oh, we can remove him. We can remove him. Oh, no, no, but it's going to get to a point where when the country doesn't do anything, when like nobody does anything, it's going to be so humiliating for the entire country that it's going to be impossible to maintain him in office. Okay. You know what I mean? Like the country is a joke, and people are like, the world's like watching. Like, are you serious? This guy's going to continue after there's all this evidence that he helped the Russians more than he helped his own country. So what are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Oh, so right. So that's that. Now, So anyway, yeah. So anyway, I mean, think about it. It's like gets to a point where it's unsustainable, and I think it's gonna be like they have to remove him. Like people are like, there's gonna be people on the streets, the revolutions or whatever. So because think about it, guys. He wants to help. He thinks that it's a mutual help. It's a mutual help each other. We do. No. So that's that. Now, guys. Oh my God, so many questions. So that's it. So it's. I think they're saying yeah, it's pretty close. They're saying they're giving me this message, guys, to hold hands with everybody. We're gonna hold hands now together, the group. Reassure them that it's gonna be okay, but it's gonna be like it's gonna look like it's like they're giving me the image of the sinking ship. It's gonna feel like the country is sinking. It's gonna be like everything is losing everything. But hold on, tell them to hold on because it's just a moment where he is moved, and they're saying like almost like then it looks like some sort of divine intervention where like this had to happen because they like had to grab him out of there. But this gonna feel like we are under attack. You know what I mean? And the whole thing is sinking. But really, guys, but no, don't even get your life jackets. That's not what I mean. I mean by that it's gonna be okay, but it's gonna feel like it's insane. But you guys happen to that I tell you this so that you don't go crazy when it happens, okay? So that you're not like, oh, he said no, he's gonna be removed. I think but what I really meant to say is that the vibe I get is not this desperation, is that actually, and I wanted to say, guys, now I'm going off so many topics, already going off this topic. I really like what's his name, Rick Ved. But Rick Ved, he always says like it's gonna be chaos on the streets and it's gonna be an end of government. No, 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 all those things. And I'm just like, I like him generally speaking, but I don't feel like it's that um fear, like, oh, the end of the world, like, zombies out there, like, sounds like that's at least what I get from him. That's the message. And I don't quite think it's like this. I just feel like what happens is the exposure of the truth to a point where it becomes unsustainable. Okay. So this is it, but it becomes, you know, it's a flash. So what I'm saying, you know what I mean? So 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 I just what I mean. It is just like I just want to say this, guys. That it really is like it's the thing where the truth comes out so blatantly that nobody, because I'm sorry, every day the truth is out there every day hitting us. The guy is a treasoner. The guy is talking to the Russians, like he talks to the Russians every day. Come on, get real. Like we don't need, but more, this is gonna hit us even more. Okay, more and more until it's like undeniable he has to go. Okay, and that's it. It's not even related to the Russian investigation. It's not even related. It's because it's already happening in our face. It's happening in our face so much, you know you know what I mean. It's happening right now in our face. Like, you don't need, but it's going to give it even more obvious. And that's what they were like, oh, he has to go, huh? Yeah. Like, no. So that's my sense. Now it kind of answers this question, right? I feel like, okay. So anyway, so this is it. All right, so that's that now. So uh so that's it now. Okay, so that's it now. So that answers this question, guys, right? So, oh my God, interesting from my house, huh? Oh, okay. So, guys, there's more questions here. I still have energy, okay, that we can continue a little bit more, because there's like, I only got, look at this, look at the questions. I'm only number 4, and there's 10 quarrels. Oh, okay. So, oh my God, okay. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. So interesting. So Dylan's saying people are, is that right? You saw this is, as she says, people are shocked because it's so clear, and even those who we thought were good are revealed to be part of the evil. That's right. This is my sense, okay? In your dream. Oh, that's right. So so anyway, guys, I just want to do very quickly the aftermath. Yeah. So okay. So all right. Now, guys, I just want these other questions, okay? I know I have done these questions. This is very in depth, and we need us to look at it. I'm calm. You see, I'm very calm. We need to look at it. Now, I'm gonna ask the other questions after this, kind of quickly. So it's not gonna be very in depth, okay? But let's it. Now I'm gonna go quickly, very fast questions. Okay, okay. So quickly. So number 5 to number 10 is gonna be quick, okay? So just quick like that. Okay, so 5, China trade war and the losses incurred by American farmers. Let me go get started with this, guys. It's so sickening because you know how like there's all these farmers have lost everything, everything. Oh, because all the trade wars or whatever. So oh my God. Okay, so anyway, so now the China trade war, like that was like so anti-climate. Okay, so why is Trump doing this, and what's going to happen on Friday about the China trade wars? Okay, what's going to happen? Because guys, sometimes I think I'm like wondering if this is something that they were arranged with the Chinese before. I don't know. I just feel like the whole thing is so wrong. Like it just seems like you're hurting your own voters. Why are you doing this? Because if I were Trump, I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna like, sometimes I joke around with a racist person. I'm like, it's not supposed to hurt me. No, I'm white. No, no. But I'm joking, of course, making kind of crash. But it's sort of like it's kind of like if I were him, I'd be like, oh, maybe I should not hurt the people that are supposedly like I'm gonna help over others. But no, he goes to the heart. Okay, it's just so okay. So what's up with this China trade situation? What the hell is happening here? What the hell? Oh, and the other thing, guys, I said this very quick, but it's not so quick because did you see the Bannon? Meanwhile, so many things come up, right? So Bannon supposedly, I didn't even read because I don't want to read what he says, but he wrote on the Washington Post an opinion piece about China. Oh, China's terrible. So what the hell is this? And at the same time, for example, Eric Prince, he's working with China on something. So part of me doesn't really believe that they're really so against China. Somehow, I don't know what the hell is going. What's the story with the child trade? Guys, I see the Russians like just say China is bad. Yeah, China is bad. China is bad. The Russians are like, yeah, China. Look at China. Are you gonna let China do this? They're putting stuff on their head because then obviously, if the U.S. breaks with China, then the Russians have more instability. Okay, so doesn't he see that this is gonna create chaos? He likes guys. He likes when things break. He likes when like things are kind of like, oh, I'm gonna stop the whole thing. I'm gonna stop whatever is working. This because guys, the whole thing with them, they want to go back to the past. So whatever feels like it's too strong or it's too big, they want to stop it. They want to. Okay, so what is this? What's gonna happen on Friday? The Chinese are gonna be like, no, bitch, no, no, and I think that he's gonna back down. I think he may back down because they're like, we have photo of you naked. We have a prostitution house. Yeah, remember? We have it. Yeah, we have it. You're smart, huh? Yeah, you think you're very smart. We sold the prostitution house for Ivanka for you. President, this is presidency. I'm watching here film of you having sex with a child. Thank you. Guys, I hope it's not, I do this accent for everybody. It's not just like, oh, people think or they're gonna think it's like a stereotype. No, because the accent is consistent no matter what nationality. I have the same accent. Yeah. So this is President Z. Hello. Yeah, you're having sex with a child. Yeah, and I have my friend Cindy Young. Yeah, you know her? Yeah. She has photos. Yeah. She installed the camera with friends. So I don't like your ass. And you'd better shut up. Yeah? Yeah, I think it's time. Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, this is the other thing. I feel like this is the other thing I got to now just doing this is that Trump wants to act like the big guy. I'm big. I'm big. But the thing with China though, because I thought that in some ways China is more powerful than the US in some ways now. But it's the saying here that China depends on the US to buy some of their products. So it is in some ways still a very mutual relationship. So they're kind of like playing around. They're kind of playing around with everything. So they're like, but they're gonna be like, no, bitch, no. So he may back down. Okay, that's my sense about it. Okay, so So this is it now. Oh my god, so many questions. Let's see here. What is the other questions? Okay, so now, okay, number six. This is big. Okay, number six. So New York, New York State Senate just passed the 3921 bill that would allow the states to release any state tax returns requested by Congress, including those of President. So is this going to happen? Because voted, New York State voted yes, so it's going to happen soon. Are we going to see? Does this mean the New York State is going to release tax return? Oh my God! You know what I see? You know what I see? I see Letitia James with his tax return. This is the tax return of President. He said to me, Letitia, you can't submit. Shut your mouth. I don't care. I don't care about your bullshit. No. Did I ask you to speak? No, shut up. Shut up. So, so that's my sense. I feel like she, but I don't think that she, because I almost feel like it's a press release, not a press release, like a, you know what you're talking about when she does press, like a press event where she's like, "Hmm, hello, I have the thing. Here it is. Here it is. Right here. You see it? Did somebody say I couldn't show it? They just say I couldn't do it. No, here it is. Here. Oh yeah, right here. Uh-huh. So so I feel like yeah, she does it. She, you know, guys, she's quick. You know, it's so interesting because I don't want to make the point of criticizing Democrats at the point, but sometimes I'm like, bitches, move, okay, just move. So she's like, yeah, here. Mm. So so that's it. Yeah, she does it, and it's like in like the max 3 weeks, the latest. I feel like they can't, because yeah, she's like, no, forget it, quick, okay, quick. That's it. So that's it. That's it. See you later. Okay. So that's it. It's gonna, yeah, she's gonna soon. It's fast. When she does it's fast. Okay, so next. So Adam Schiff introduces, this is good, guys. Okay, so now number 7. Adam Schiff introduces constitutional amendment to overturn Citizens United. Obviously, guys, with the Senate being the way it is, it's not gonna happen. Okay, I don't think, but it's a great thing that it was introduced. So let's see what's gonna happen with this. What's happening? What's happening with Adam Schiff and the Citizens United? He's like, oh, guys, what's so interesting? It's showing that he's like, he knows. He is a very well-known former prosecutor. I think he loves the law. So he's saying that he thinks that there's going to come to a point where the results of the Trump investigation are going to show that the Trump election would not have happened without Citizens United, and that the Russians used the laws that came with Citizens United to get it. It's true. It's all true. So it's going to come to a point and say 8 months. It's not going to be right away. Okay, that they're going to have to overturn, because the court, the Supreme Court right now, Kavanaugh will be like, no, bitch, no, no, no. I think they would not do it now, but it's almost like preparing. Like they say, the Trump has this speech technique called a trial balloon, where he brings up an idea just to kind of like make people understand what's going to happen. Similarly, Adam Schiff is doing this. He's saying, bitches, let's get ready for what's going to happen next. 1, 2, 3, next. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I think it's going to happen, just not while Trump is in office. Okay. And you guys, what's I remember the first vision reading I did about the Kochs. I saw them testifying in a Congress thing, and I think if they're still, hopefully they're still alive, because they're the devils. So one of them, I think Charles, is gonna go there, have to talk. He's like, oh, he's very angry, but he's gonna have to talk, discuss what he did. Yeah, yeah. Well, let's get real. It's obvious. Okay, let's get to real. Let's get to real in front of our house. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to number 8. Don Jr. is subpoenaed by the Senate Intelligence Committee regarding Russia stuff. Okay, so what's going to happen? Is he going to talk in public? Oh, okay, so he's tired. He's not really afraid, okay, because he knows the Senate is on his side. So, but I feel like the dam is breaking a little bit over there. Okay, they're starting to feel that they can't really deny certain things. Okay, so is he gonna talk in public? Yes, I think so. But I do, for whatever reason, guys, for whatever reason, I feel like first they're gonna it's if he does testify in public, I just feel like it seems to me very far down the line, and very what's the word? It's almost like what is that? I'm trying to explain it, guys. Is that I feel like either Trump will be gone or something. Honestly, I just feel like by the time he testifies, things are going to be very different. And he seems kind of like things change very quickly. And once they do, it's going to be quick. Okay. All right. So then number nine. Okay. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Number nine. Info comes out regarding Falwell going to Cohen and Trump to help with compromising photos. I said before, guys, I had done a reading on him. Remember when the first story about the boy, the boy, the pool boy came out? I saw that Trump was blackmailing him because did you see, guys, that Falwell was the first evangelical to go with Trump, and people are like, oh, he got Falwell. Supposedly Falwell is very powerful. So I want to know, because guys, also, did you see how Michael Cohen's, I guess he released his information right before he went to prison? In other words, I think he wants to talk. He's giving a sign that he knows. Okay, don't you think that, like, okay, let's say for example, if somebody was blackmailing you, I don't know that I'll call Trump. Be like, hey Trump, can you help out with blackmail? I just find it hard to believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not that I don't know that I would know these things, but you know, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, don't you think it's strange that you would go to Trump for, like, "Can you help me with blackmail information?" Hmm? No, right? I don't know. I think you would probably know that Trump, of all people, would be a person who would blackmail you. you know. So okay. So what? Okay. What is the deal with this photos, with the situation? What's going on with Follow? And right now he's desperate. He's very worried. Okay. What's going on with what's going on with him, Falwell? And his fear. He's afraid. What's going on with him? He's very afraid. He's like, I know I couldn't. There's nothing I could have done. So what is going on here with guys? You know what? I feel like, the other thing I thought too was like, my sense is that Trump brought it up for with him. Okay. I think he's like, hey, he goes to him. Like, imagine I'm Trump. I'm talking to you. So he felt, well, I know that, there's people who know the stuff about you. I know it's tough, man. I know it's like to have secrets. My wife, she didn't like when I was sleeping around with teenagers. Haha. So anyway, he sort of it tells him something like, I can protect, it's really like the mob. Like, I'm going to protect you if you help me, so we can all help each other out, and you don't have to be afraid anymore, because we have the same goals. Okay. So what is, okay, now to understand this, what is Cohen's goal with this? What does he want to take down? Why did they bring it up now? Oh, because he was buying the photos. That's right. The same way that the women with Trump would get money from Trump, he would try. But I still feel, guys, that now what happened is that indeed it's possible that he could have bought the information first from whoever had a photo, but then they turn it. This is sort of like the National Enquirer. Then they buy it from a person selling something, then they turn it into blackmail. Sort of like the situation with, well, I guess the situation with Jeff Bezos was extreme, but something like that. Like, oh, I get the photos, and then I'm going to tell you that I have them, and I'm going to threaten you. You can't say certain things. So I think they may have gotten the information from, like I was telling you, Trump knows all about the blackmail. Who has the dirt? He knows. He's like, has the knowledge of the market, so he bought it, but then he uses it. It's obvious that he blackmails back. You think he's on your side, but then he's like, just like they were using with Bezos, right? Just like that. So it's like, so saying, oh look, but hey, I got dirt on such and such. Do you have evidence? Yeah, here it is. So this is, and so Cohen is, why he's doing it. So he's doing it because he hates the hypocrisy, and he's telling Trump. Oh, and this is like he's telling the evangelicals and Trump that he's like, bitch, I know the game. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And I think, guys, remember, it's so funny. It was kind of a remarkable reading one time that remember that Cohen, I saw one time that Cohen had this storage facility, that he had a storage locker in a place that was run by Jewish, what is it called? The guys with little curls. You know what I'm talking about? Orthodox Jews. Here in New York, they have some business. I don't know, they oh my, let me ask, you know what I want to ask here. This is a New York. Oh my god. New York storage Jewish Orthodox. Let's see here, because I saw they were wearing the outfit. So let's see if it tells me. Interesting information. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Isn't that interesting? Hmm. Okay, let's see. Let's say New York storage Jewish community storage Jewish business. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting, guys. They have this funny one called in the community. Oh my god, it's funny. I actually like it. It's cute. It says, the business name is cute. Hasidic. That's right. It's so called. It's cute. It says schleppers. Because it's a Yiddish word, okay, schleppers. We help you move. We help people in the community move. But I don't think it was like they were not moving, but they were like, it was just like a random storage place, okay? So they had all this stuff, all this dirt, all the videos, okay? So no, no, no. It's like, guys, because the Orthodox Jewish people here in Williamsburg, they have a lot Hasidic, it's like that. So then they have what they own is like they have a lot of nice photo stores. If you have one fancy electronics, if you ever come to New York, there's a store I love called Adorama. I'm gonna write it down. Adorama. Go to Adorama. Adorama. So the guys, they have to check the hours because they wear the thing, they have the Jewish hours, like they're very religious. But I love it. They have everything you ever need. If you need like specific lenses for photography, whatever, they have everything. The other one is B&H. Okay. So they have these businesses. Okay. So anyway, so this is electronics things, but it has nothing to do with the videos. But I'm just saying, like, I remember seeing this with Michael Cohen, and I was that. Okay, so Michael Cohen wants to show that he knows. Oh, this is right, because the feds already have this information. They have information. Yeah, they have it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So anyway, but yeah, Beyond Ages, they're very good. Okay, they're very good. So anyway, so oh my god, guys, because I think he's Jewish, isn't he? I don't know, guys. Oh, that's right, Cohen. That's right. He's Jewish also, but he's not like Orthodox. Okay. But anyway, so okay, so guys, okay, now moving on a little bit. Somebody asked me, I forgot which one of you was it, okay? Um, so anyway, so somebody had asked me about it. It was one of you asked me this question about Cohen, since we're at the subject, just finishing up. The You asked me if why had the Southern District of New York not wanted more information from him? Okay. So no, so anyway, why did he? Because you guys, you remember there was this the what is it called? The raid it went into Michael Cohen's things. Remember that was the whole story. How they raided everything, they got everything. I think they got a lot of it. So they have the information. So he's just saying, telling them, bitches, I have the information about the president of the United States. I have information about blackmail of people he knows. Okay. Anyway, so just quickly, guys, going back here, why doesn't the Southern District want more from him? And because why I'm asking this, because I kept thinking, is he giving a signal to the Southern District that he has this or that he wants to talk about it? What is it? What is the purpose? Okay. Oh, okay. So guys, I feel like the whole thing with him is like he knows about the Russian mob. Okay, I think it's like he's showing me a photo of him, and then all these like squares around him, kind of like different sections. Okay, and it's sort of saying they're saying there's just different sections here. Like, look, you know this stuff. Okay, you know all of it about Trump, but we want to see this. You know this, but we want this. Can you tell us about this? And he's like, man, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. It's sort of like that he's supposedly his wife indeed is connected to like some sort of like Russian mob guy or Ukrainian. I don't know the story. Okay, but he grew up. You know where he grew up in? What's the neighborhood in Brooklyn that is Brighton Beach? Or like he's connected to something, okay? Or I don't know what he's the right Brighton Beach. I don't know. I think he may have. Okay, so let me just see here. Michael Cohen, Brighton Beach. Is that right? I don't remember if that was right. Yeah. Oh, here. That's right, guys. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna actually randomly found this. Okay. So this is probably has information. This article from Rolling Stone. It says Michael Cohen. What is it? Michael Cohen ties to Russia. So that's it. It talks about Brighton Beach. So Brighton Beach is the neighborhood in New York, in Brooklyn. Farther, it's kind of relatively far. It's near Coney Island, okay? Um and uh, and it's Russian. So anyway, so it talks about it. I must say, obviously every person who's Russian is definitely not connected to the Russian mob, but it would be likely that they have information. So anyway, so this is probably why he doesn't want to rat out people, okay? So he just doesn't want it. He doesn't think it's worth it. And honestly, he got 3 years. Honestly, and did you see? Okay, by the way, guys, I'm gonna go because can you imagine? It's been what, almost 2 hours. It's long, but did you see that he is in a prison that has a tennis court? Did you see? There's a tennis court. There's cardio equipment at the prison. Can you imagine? I want to go to seriously. Okay, so that's and he's going to the same prison as what's his name, the guy from the Fire Festival. The Billy something from the Fire Festival, and then another person. Okay, so what was I gonna say? So it's not Bagan. It's a Cohen. Okay, so I think it's Cohen we're talking about now. So there was somebody else. I forgot who he was. I don't know, guys. I don't know what time. Okay, maybe I could. I don't know because okay. I don't know if I don't know, guys, what time. Okay, if I'm gonna go back, I will tell you. I'll try to tell you in advance. I don't know that it's just because let's see what happens tomorrow. Sometimes I can't do things. I don't know. I'm gonna try to do it. If I can't, I'm gonna. I kind of like doing it kind of early on the earlier side. Okay. Yeah, but you have to check your time zone. Okay. Check your time zone. It's Eastern time. I'm in New York. Okay, so I don't know. It's different, right? So I feel like I kind of like earlier. I don't know because I just feel like energy wise. Okay. So oh yeah. So anyway, guys. I don't know. I can't. I'm like now. I'm tired. It's been 2 hours. So anyway. So I don't know, but I'll let you know, guys, if I can. Okay, I'll let you know. All right. So yeah. All right, now I have an event. There's an event going on here right now. I'm a little bit late for it. There's an event about hiring for diversity. So I'm gonna go learning here at the co-working space. So so anyway, so I'll talk to you later, alligators. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do the because sometimes, guys, this is like so intense. Sometimes it takes I need a day to kind of recover, but anyway, so see you later. Okay, and have a good one. And tomorrow I'll let you know. I have to do the timestamps for this because it's intense. Oh, hello, Glenn. All right. Okay. Thanks, guys. Okay. Bye. Bye.